Everyone, this is Atmos here, and I'm trying to finish this great story campaign of Gwent, or as it's called, Thornbreaker. And I think I'm almost done. There's little to be done in this game. I missed about 3 golden chests. But I hope maybe someday maybe I'll get another another chance to get them. But I think this is the end. Oh, maybe not the end. Wait. Maybe the end will be somewhere here, but wait a second. Maybe I can go through here. Can I? Oh, I can't. I think I can. Yeah, the only chest I couldn't grab there is this one, unfortunately. Yeah, because I was out of resources. I only needed 87 boots, but I cannot find any here, any there, but alright, let's finish this.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Maeve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. She'd been in Angren long enough to know more would come in their place.
Your Majesty,
Reynard called from behind.
our scouts have returned. We've a large force of blackclads on our tail, infantry and horsemen, and they draw nearer.
Blast!
Maeve wiped away the sweaty hair stuck to her brow.
What say you, Reynard? Shall we give them a fight?
We're but a few miles from the river, where a barge awaits. It makes no sense to battle now.
Though near her strength's end, Maeve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs behind. Alas, in place of the promised vessel, they found only severed moorings.
No! No, it can't be!
Suddenly, Maeve drove her fist into the trunk of the nearest tree. Fortunately, a soft and rotted one.
This isn't so!
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell.
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
Thieves jumped out the underbrush, fell upon it. Whole band of them. A white-haired warrior, a minstrel, and a lass what had a bow.
Well, is that all?
Interrupted Gascon.
No vampire sat upon an ass with no saddle? You're cocked up, man. Damn it. Maeve, what now?
The Queen turned back towards the swamp. Between the trees, she glimpsed a golden sun glimmering upon a banner.
We shall discuss that later,
Said the Queen, drawing her sword.
provided we survive.
Goddamn Carol stole our boat, as I understand it, right?
Catch!
Ah!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Oh, that was wrong move. God damn.
Quick and painful this'll be.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Nice Tedatu.
Power done in a jiffy.
Yes.
Hail, Kerzer!
It's got sand aplenty in them.
Hail, Herzer!
That was easy.
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she countered. The Queen's sword sank deep, the hilt rattling his breastplate. A rush of hot blood covered Meve's hands. The winged helmet toppled from the officer's head, exposing a sweaty face, gasping for breath. Before the Queen stood a ruddy-haired boy with long eyelashes. He was Willem's age, perhaps a bit older. His body slumped, then disappeared beneath the malodorous foam atop the murky waters. Meve cast away her sword as if it had burned her hand.
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Give the order to march. With no barge, we must walk to Red Lobington along the riverbank.
Your Majesty, we must tend to the wounded. Use the rest of the day, I wager.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us 2 to 1. What happens when the main force arrives? We must flee. Now.
And abandon the injured, to bleed to death in the mud.
Alas, Reynard, yes. Unless you'd rather we stayed and died with them.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
Whew. At least you've the sense to...
But I would sooner perish than let my men rot in this accursed swamp. The medics will tend to all the wounded. Then, what will be, will be.
I tell you what'll be.
Snarled Gascon.
Ep die, he'll take a butcher's hook and gut you. Then hang you from Lyria capital's walls. Yet, if this be your wish,
Neve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. At the column's end, upon stretchers, lay those without the strength to walk, consumed by fever, dazed or unconscious, dying. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's forward elements had caught up. The Blackclads nipped at the Lyrians' tail with arrow volleys from the cover of trees and occasional forays by cavalry. They were in no hurry. They could torment their foes, weaken their spirit before the final clash. At long last, Meve spotted a dark form spanning the river's course, Red Lobinden's Bridge. Just a brief stretch more, and the Lyrians would find themselves beyond the invaders' grasp, free and clear of bogs, and the beasts that prowled them. Yet joy at this sight soon gave way to despair. The bridge was dark, black, from the horde of Nilfgaardians that held it. Clearly, the Blackclads had divined the path of Meve's flight, and had cut off her last means of escape.
That's it. We're dead men. All. They'll cut us down to the last.
Meve shut her eyes, felt them sting with fatigue. She knew when she turned she could not show her men 1 ounce of fear, 1 pinch of doubt. She gripped her reins tightly. The leather dug into her skin, helping her hold back her tears. And when the Queen finally spoke, her voice was strong and boomed over the river's roar.
I know what you wish to hear.
The Queen began.
That the gods watch over us. That we'll come through the fray unharmed. That a friendly force is but moments away. Those would be lies. The truth is as bitter as it is undeniable. We stand cornered. Cannot win this fight. Cannot flee it. We can but choose how to die. Hanged from the boughs like common criminals. Or weapons in hand, like the fighters we are. I've made my choice. Time you made yours!
With that cry, Meve broke for the bridge toward a forest of spears into a deluge of arrows. She let the tears fall from her eyes. Tears of rage, fear, fatigue. It was not until she'd almost reached the enemy line that she dared glance backward. And she saw she was not alone.
Blackclads. Bombaclat, bombaclat.
Defend the Queen! Valyria! The Morrow drink with our forefathers!
I warned you.
What the fuck?
Your Grace.
What the fuck? They didn't give me the chance to choose the cards.
Defend the Queen! Valyria!
Look at this.
I smell a leak. For you, pal! Anything.
We may die here today, but not on our hands and knees!
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Barbarians.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Come on, come on.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot! We're friends, not foe!
Damn it, just gets better and better.
To the bridge! Cut the way back to the bridge! Bolster the defense!
We'll catch 'em all!
Cat's ass!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Mm-hmm.
I warned you.
Think I have a beer?
Now, how did that incantation go? As today the day? We got a job to do. Of course, as you wish, master.
The quill is mightier than the sword.
That was not in the spell books.
The chase is on!
here?
Don't need no weapon! Scheiß in Trade!
Finally.
Conk it.
Off to the front yet again.
And just when you thought things were about to get dull.
Your Majesty, no!
I've lost my tooth. Son of a whore.
Waiting for a personal invitation? Feel any burning? See a local healer or wise woman.
What the fuck? You gotta let them limit his fucking hand.
Yes.
What the fuck? He's just grabbing and grabbing cards.
Yes.
Oh no, 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 fuck no! Come on, fucker. Come on, give me the last fucking one card. I want you to see what you're made of.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
Fall back! Blow it!
Meve was victorious on the banks of the Yaruga, but paid dearly for it. She lost a host of men and suffered harm herself. Yet she'd have been doomed, if not for a certain white-haired witcher. Meve longed to meet her mysterious savior, and set off in search of him as soon as the battle dust had settled. She found him with the field surgeon and learned he was none other than the Witcher Geralt. Yes, incredible as it may seem, I've heard the tale from several and can vouch for its truth. At any rate, making note of the fact that Geralt's ears were ringing from a blow with a mace, Meve began immediately to interrogate him.
You for Fabwebwidge?
Asked Meve, prodding him insistently. For a spell, Geralt worried his hearing was shot, but then realized the Queen had a lisp.
Worked out that way, I guess.
You guess?
Meve gagged on the blood in her mouth.
Someone hold me!
The Queen felt Geralt merited the highest honor, a knighthood. Another monarch might have delayed until a more opportune time, but not Meve. Meve delayed nothing.
Count Odo, you, sir, do the honors. Alas, I cannot because of my tooth.
For valor shown in battle, I, Meve, by the gods' grace, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, hereby do knight thee.
Gerulf of place unknown, the bridge you felled with men from Rivia. Or so you guess. I guess it falls to me to dub thee Gerulf of Rivia.
Nah, not Witcher save me. My archer's like...
Meve had come home, though by a circuitous route, through Edern's smoking embers, Angren's beast-infested quagmires, cross Mahakam's snow-capped ridges. But she had returned, cloaked in legend, a mighty army in tow. The moment was weighty, and not to be tainted even by Geralt of Rivia's disappearance, or dare we say desertion. The hero of the battle for the bridge was now a sought man. Yet Meve was determined to take back her realm, with or without the Witcher's aid. Valyrian's daring escapade behind enemy lines, and the triumphant victory at the battle for the bridge that crowned it, breathed new life into the North's war effort. Bands of resistance fighters now swarmed the conquered lands, while Kedwen and Redania, on the verge of swearing fealty to the Emperor, suddenly broke off talks with the invader. The Nilfgaardian war machine suddenly screeched to a halt, and the tide of war turned. Facing a united North, the invader had to withdraw the bulk of its forces from Lyria and Rivia. The way was cleared for Meve to retake her lost lands, defeat General Dahi, and depose Willem. Or perhaps mother and son would not have to fight after all.
Milady, I come at King Willem's bidding.
Prince Willems.
His Majesty proposes a meeting. No arms, no escorts.
His Majesty? Whelp's barely tall enough to reach his mother's bosom. For shame!
Silence. Let him say his piece.
His Majesty, Willem I, wishes to discuss the possibility of a truce.
He wishes to surrender? Is that his aim?
Your words, not mine, Your Grace.
I've a few more on the tip of my tongue. But save them I shall for later.
Willem I's chosen the site for the parley.
Willem I will choose nought. If he wishes to speak, let him meet me midst the ruins of Devil's Tower.
Understood, Your Grace. I'll relay your terms.
Willem's emissary rode off, serenaded by hisses and jeers. Frightened by the clamor, his horse reared and kicked. The rider forced his mount to obey with cracks of his crop, striking many more times than was necessary.
The fool. Nag'll toss him off first chance it gets. Soon as he loosens the reins.
No great loss, I wager. But tell me, your thoughts on this reunion?
Sounds a ruse to me. But I know that won't stop you.
Whence this certainty?
Come now, Meve. At the end of it all, he's your son. You still care about him, it's obvious.
Yes, I care dearly, Gascon. I care to capture him and try him for treason.
Meve, the boy was manipulated.
Doesn't give a fucking damn. Because he betrayed his fucking mother, the only person in the whole fucking kingdom who made everything, every fucking thing for her people. The only true ruler, and he's the fucking pussy. Just let her down so fucking badly. So fuck him.
It took no great push. Let's go.
Meve rode out clad in golden plate, her banners waving proudly overhead. She no longer led a band of ragtag partisans, but an army able to fend off an empire and drive its soldiers from her lands.
Ma'am, I've something you must see without undue delay.
God damn. Are you fucking serious? This is not the fucking end at all.
You need my help with anything?
Long you've travelled, Barnabas. The wonders you must have seen. Likely visited many exotic lands before you reached Mahakam.
Corvia, yes. Matina, yes. Nazir, doubly. Zericania, gods, yes. And Korath, even. I mean, such beauty there, though hot. Oh, dreadfully so. Horrible place to grow turnips, if you've ever a mind to try. Novigrad, lived there a spell as well, but I didn't much care for it.
Why ever not?
The hierarch, intractable man, banned one of my inventions, condemned it as unholy, vile, etc., etc. Decided he would burn both of us at the stake. As you can imagine, we had a difference of opinion in that regard.
Perhaps I shall regret this, but do tell. What was the thing you created exactly?
I knew you'd be interested. You've a curious mind, dear Queen. We're two peas of a feather. Quite the clever contraption it was. Made for a widow, wealthy, but aching with longing. In her husband's absence, tormented by unfulfilled needs.
Stop right there. I knew I'd regret asking.
See, it had this special crank that when rotated...
Barnabas, no, enough.
As you command, Your Majesty. But if you ever get the urge to see it, I've the prototype still tucked away in my trunk.
Noted. But by the gods, please, let's change the subject. Time I attended to other matters.
Another chest. It's unbelievably long game. This game will never end, I think. This reminds me of the first city in the Witcher Wild Hunt. And all these resources.
Never thought I'd see the day. The Queen's returned. No, we've got my. What'll become of Prince Willem? My.
Rivia. And here I feared I would see it no more.
I believed you would. I believed you could succeed. Be victorious, Your Grace.
We've not arrived just yet, Reynard. Look, black flags still flutter over the cities. We've yet much work before us. More battles to fight. More blood to spill.
Excuse me.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
We'll catch 'em all!
New orders? No? Ah.
The chase is on!
What the fuck?
sand aplenty in it.
Go, kid. Yes. Fuck, our arse is moving. It's still outside, Bill.
El Herzer.
Scheiß in Trade!
Off to the front yet again.
So many resources and I don't need them at all.
Meve needed but set one foot into the Ruwode to know something was amiss. The sickening stench of rot hung in the air. Flies swarmed in thick clouds, and crows cawed in a deafening cacophony. caused this murder to amass? Well, Neve's scouts soon found out.
Your Majesty,
reported a certain Sergeant Nadamur.
Not far from here, past the bend, there's a cottage and it's full of bodies. Our boys and the Blackclads alike. Bodies mutilated, horribly so, guts ripped open, entrails strewn about, heads lopped. Somewhere, well,
yes?
Branches embrace him, grip him tight, as if the trees strangled them.
Hearing this, the Queen ordered a halt to their march. They would go no further, she thought, till they knew what had killed those men. Luckily, witnesses were soon found. A haggard band of resin burners emerged from a nearby dugout, black with dirt, covered in dried blood.
Milady,
their eldest stammered.
Blackins came and started felling the wood. Forced folk to chop away, to make way for a town, they said. They pushed hard, right to the heart of the forest where the old oaks grow, and awoke some foulness. The whole camp, blackclads and loggers alike, done in one night. No time even to draw their weapons. We was lucky, found pits to hide in. Just heard something huffed and puffed while talking to the trees, no less.
Reynard ordered medics to tend to the tar makers, then turned to Meve.
We cannot wash our hands of this, Your Grace. The Nilfgaardians awoke the monster, yes, but it kills Rivians just as readily.
Meve stood at the edge of the clearing and pricked her ears. The Ruode echoed with the cawing of crows, which seemed to perch on its every twig. She also heard the howling of wolves and a hollow rattling, as if branches whipped in the wind, though the day was fair and still.
That Geralt. He just had to desert me.
The Queen removed her cloak to avoid snags and trundled toward the heart of the wood. Her soldiers followed, clutching cocked crossbows to sweaty cheeks.
Thank ye, them black. We told him. Unwise to venture so deep in the wood.
You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
Fuck!
Catch!
a stone knock out one of your teeth? That bit's the white of an eye from half a league away.
We'll catch 'em all!
Fuck!
Nothing personal, I assure you.
Blood washes away all shame!
Deep in the wood, it grew cool, with a thin fog filling the air. Meave pushed past a large branch of hazel and froze. Before her stood a tall figure, nearly human in form, save the moss-covered deer skull in place of its head. Empty eye sockets burning with naked flame, the monstrosity hurled itself at Meave with a roar.
Rally to me!
Cried Meave, raising her shield.
Everyone! Anyone to me!
Oh, it's fucking meaningless. Nobody needs this.
Be wary. We know not what this thing can do.
Oh, Father. What have we got ourselves into this time?
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
A fascinating specimen. I must study it once we're finished.
Thing about slings, they hide well. Hey?
We'll catch them all! The chase is on!
Believe it's dead, whatever that means for such a thing.
Attacked from all sides, the monster teetered and swayed, fighting off their blows with ever greater difficulty. Finally, it fell to the ground and fell apart, like an undone bundle of twigs. In disbelief, Meve towed the pile of dried branches and scraps of bark. She saw no blood, no entrails, as if no monster had ever stood there. As if it had all been a dream.
We return to the road.
Meve said, crushing the beast's deer-like skull under her heel.
Ah, and Reynard, I've a request.
Yes, Your Grace?
Once we regain the realm and return to the capital, remind me to issue an edict. No one is to enter these woods, not to log nor even to gather brush. Just in case.
Those dwelling near the Ruwode heaved a sigh of relief, and the Lyrians returned to fighting an invader who, after what they'd faced in those woods, no longer seemed so frightening.
Them black... Them black clads don't understand the forest. Don't understand nature.
A robust rain hither comes.
And you know, this is the highest difficulty in the game. And as I can say, it doesn't feel that way. Just because at least I have so many gold, so much gold and so much woods that I can't even I can buy an army, but I don't need one. All the cards I've got was there. Command elite 3, the good cards, you know, damage delivering, useful leader, bloody okay. That was easy. Really easy. Yeah, I just came to understanding that everything is just kind of meaningless. Each of my actions are meaningless. All the talking and all this stuff.
Meve arrived at the walls of Gradobor, famed for fine rugs and woven tapestries. The city's artisans had been at work, no doubt pressed by the Nilfgaardians, for atop the tallest spire, that of the town hall, flapped a lustrous ebony flag, a sun of golden threads at its center. So vast was the banner, Gascon whistled in admiration.
Gotta admit, the Blackclads certainly have panache.
And a vast and powerful army, I'd remind you.
Reynard interjected.
Arbalists line the walls. That stench in the air, hot tar. Victory's not likely to come cheap, I fear.
No cost is too high,
said Meve, a hardness in her voice.
Reynard, Gascon, ready our men to attack.
The Lyrians needed no more encouragement. Since arriving, they had reveled in anticipation of taking the city, then ripping the banner from its spire.
It will be difficult, Your Grace. The walls are strong.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Maybe they are.
The chase is on! The gate! Someone's opening the gate! Forward, march! Nilfgaard! Very good. Kazel!
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Excellent Seifel!
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Highly curious case.
Victory, Your Grace! The city is ours!
I didn't saw that I didn't change the, you know, the name of the Twitch.
The battle for Gradobor was a hard fight, though not quite as hard as most had thought it might be. During the assault, at its critical juncture, a blow fell from the blue. The unlikely heroes, merchants and burghers brought together by the city's guilds. A wave of them, all riled, swarmed the blackclads at the gates and opened them wide to let Lyria in.
Onward! Follow me!
As fighting died down around the city, Meve rode for the town hall on a personal quest. Nilfgaard's vast, garish banner rippled overhead. With its halyard cut, it plunged like a great black bird, stricken. It was the last any would see of the golden sun over Gradobor.
3 cheers! Hip, hip, hooray!
The Lyrians were victorious, though not without aid. Meve met with the merchants who had roused the townsfolk, inspired them to rise up and fight.
Many of my soldiers, dozens, perhaps hundreds, owe you their lives today,
said the Queen.
For that I am deeply grateful. No, deeply indebted. Should you know a way I might repay the debt, don't for a moment hesitate to ask.
The merchants exchanged glances, nodded, grunted, agreed with each other without uttering a word. Then one, a clothfuller, his moustache most robust, stepped forth, bowed low, and spoke for them all.
Your Majesty, the invaders brought laws. Laws what don't agree with customs we've long held. Non-humans they forced us to accept. Let them join our guilds, sit on the city council. It's right ridiculous it is. These treacherous dwarves, why, they've been on their side from the start, so it's no wonder. But, well, the Nilfgaardian reforms, we'd like you to revoke them. Non-humans must know their place.
An awkward...
Your city.
Meve began slowly after a pause.
Your rules. So be it. I hereby strike down all Nilfgaard's reforms.
The townsmen grasped each other's shoulders and vigorously shook hands, toothy grins spreading upon all their faces. Yet when they asked the Queen to stay and feast, she politely but firmly declined. Her army left Gradobor that very day. She rode at its fore, angry and silent.
I know.
Meve finally blurted to Reynard, her eyes still facing forward.
I know I granted a wicked request. But I can't hope to easily end hate, distrust, wipe away years of bloodshed. Not with one decree. To force those tradesmen to accept non-humans, allow them into their guilds, would have changed nothing. Do you understand, Reynard?
Alas, she could not tell, for Reynard held his tongue. Gabor Zigrin was not the silent type, and was wont to be blunt. He asked to see the Queen at the first opportunity.
We haven't always seen eye to eye,
Began the dwarf, a note of pain and sadness in his voice.
and I've always respected your decisions. That is, till the day. I fear this is where we part, lass. I got to go. So fare you well.
Meve made no attempt to stop him. She knew not to try.
Алло, здорово, здорово. Ну, чё там, как там?
Dwarves are good to die. Dwarves are good to die for Rivia. The native living it.
Почему? Это очень плохо. Блин, ну нет, сегодня, слушай... Угу. Ой, жесть. Угу. Ну ок, ну я просто мне тогда как-то с ним встретиться надо. Нет, ну я могу, например, я не знаю, на ту же Елизаровскую заехать, но если это не поздно будет. Сегодня там Лиза, просто это вопрос, опять же, в его занятости, когда он там может, например. hi, man. How are you? How's your day? I know this game is kind of endless. Where have you been in the meantime? In the morning?
I smell a leak. I live to serve you. $152, $154.
You can try to win them all.
Whoa, whoa. 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 Wait a second.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. But I think I'll have some stuff to do in the evening. Maybe yes, maybe not. I need to, to wait for the person.
You mad? Don't shake that!
And this game is kinda endless. Every time I think this is the end, the new chapters begin.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Yeah, I'm kind of, now I'm kind of good at the grants. I've got some kind of strategy to play.
Blood washes away all shame!
An army's a waste of time for one like me.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Left, right, left, right.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
Not supposed to be any smoke.
But I think this is finally the last chapter. Oh god. As you can see, this
Without hesitation.
combats or these fights just became kind of easy. And this is the hardest level of the game.
I'm coming.
Are more like puzzles.
Lyrian lummoxes.
First of all, I need blessing. And there is another fight here. But as you can see, I've got a lot of gold, a lot of woods, and I don't even need them. And this is the hardest level of the game, and it's not good.
As the Lyrians passed a cemetery marching along its ivy-covered wall, they heard mourners wailing pitifully to a priestess's moving song. The soldiers dutifully lowered their heads. Their minds sought out fallen comrades and kin, and they wondered whom else the war would yet claim.
Listen,
said Gascon, stirring Meve from her own meditation.
I think I'll veer off for a bit.
What for? To offer your condolences?
In a manner of speaking. But just go on. I'll rejoin you soon.
Meve nodded in agreement, then made as if to ride on. Yet Gascon had hardly entered the cemetery when the Queen turned and followed. Gascon quickly realized he was not alone.
Excuse me? Yeah, I'm killing everything.
Oh, Meve. Had I been plotting to do you no good, I'd not have announced I was sneaking off to do it.
You know, I just a little bit disappointed in the way of the hardest levels are, but not a lot, because I'm more interested in the story and the plot of the game.
What do you mean?
Come now, Meve, don't play the fool. You don't trust me, so you followed. Probably thought I'd commune with Dahi in some crypt. Nay, better, the conclave of mages. Well, rest assured then. For if I truly had something I wanted to conceal, I dare say you'd not have noticed me slip off.
I was merely curious to see what you would do here.
Ah, indeed. It is rather curious what folk do in cemeteries. Play tiddlywinks, perhaps? Or take in the sun?
Gascon, I've grown used to you bending the rules of decorum, but now you overstep, sir. You overstep.
Oh, will you have me flogged?
Hold your tongue, sir, or I shall indeed. Splendid. Now tell me why you've come here.
If you absolutely must know, then follow me.
Gascon led Meve through the ruins of a mausoleum, past its decapitated statues, past ancient gravestones effaced, past sarcophagi smashed to pieces.
Whose is it? Could it be...
Yes, Meve. My family's vault. The Brossards.
The Brossards? Wait. The Brossards?
The very same. Traitors who in 1258 revolted against King Reginald, your late husband. The earth lie lightly upon him. An error, most certainly. We paid dearly for it. Reginald had no mercy, decimated the family. As you can see, didn't even spare the dead. I was outside, away from the house.
'tis the only reason I survived. Was 8 at the time, stripped of title and home. Well, I'm sure you can guess the rest. Frankly, do my damnedest not to think on it. But the wall, the cemetery, seeing them awoke all the old demons.
Your crest. I seem to recall a pointer. The Duke of Dogs. Now I understand. The Brossard's trial I remember well. Reginald was angry. He prodded and pushed. Too far. The sentence was cruel, spiteful. I felt it all, but said nothing.
Oh, me.
I'm so very, very sorry, Gascon.
Water under the bridge. And the past's a thing none of us can change.
The past, no. But the present? I could rebuild your family's tomb. All deserve to rest in peace.
Maeve, the war nears its end days now, and you'll have more urgent expenses.
So I shall pay for this now. I'm grateful, Gascon, and indebted, vastly. Let me do this. Let me pay my debt in part, at least.
I thank you.
Gascon remained
Great.
silent the rest of the day.
I like the Mew.
When the force halted for the night, he sat secluded in his tent. But by the morn, he was his witty, mirthful self again. His family's final resting place would be returned to its former glory. This he knew, and it seemed to lift a weight from his mind. He could now reconcile with his family's tragic past.
Oh. He's up.
Good mother, grant him eternal peace. Oh, why have they left us? Milky, why?
Move that candle. To the left. No, no, higher.
Oh, why have they left us? Milky, why?
This one. Over the bridge. Yep. Alright.
Agruto dum anime est, spes est.
Catch!
Oh no, I should
Must
shut.
be an important lesson in this. But what?
Nice.
We'll catch 'em all!
101, 102, 103.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Alright. Bad cards.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
152, 154.
The chase is on!
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
Hi man. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. I've got a lot of, things to do with music and stuff. How's your streams, man?
They hide well. Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
It's not too late.
Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine. But I got so many things to do lately. A lot of things with job, with music, and all the other stuff. I'm trying to finish this game for about a week or two. I had a concert 2 days ago, and I tried to, to stream it, but something went wrong, and so I think we'll make it live stream next time, maybe.
Yes.
Hope so. I don't know. We'll see. Finally, we've got the mic, proper mic to, or maybe not. It's not even a mic. I think it's recorder. So finally, we can make it at least sounds good. And it was a great concert. We invited the front man, the singer from other group, from the band, to sing with us one song. Yeah, really? They didn't fix it? How long did it take? It's about 2 weeks now? Maybe a week? God damn. Maybe... Yeah, maybe I'll do. I've got recordings, not best, but I think we'll upload it on YouTube later. We'll edit it a little bit, maybe change sound a little bit, make it more audible, and then upload it. Now we're finally finished the recording and mastering of the album, and soon we'll send it to the internet shores so everyone can hear it. I'm working on the the cover of the album. Yeah, man, definitely. I don't understand why it took so long to change. Why are you upgrading? I forgot.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
This motherboard or something. A motherboard and CPU, yeah. Huh, yeah, I think you could manage it by yourself. Oh, excuse me, I need to tell my friend oh, later, I will do it later. CPU and motherboard. Yeah, I think you could manage it by yourself. Bastards. I think I have kind of same problems. I need to fix the cooling system on my laptop, and I spent about, I don't know, 2 months in some to repair it, but 2 months without PC. It was hard days. Unbelievably hard
The
days.
Devil's Tower. We draw near, Your Grace.
No sign of Willem yet, far as I can see.
Unsurprising. Prompt he never was.
The Queen had chosen to meet Willem at Devil's
Yeah.
Tower, and not without purpose. The structure stood on an isle, so no foe could approach without first exposing themselves on a narrow bridge.
It's definitely bad company,
The isle
man.
had little vegetation midst which to conceal a large force. A small unit could evade detection. Altogether, not much to
You
fear.
should, you know, write the review, or maybe on Google Maps or somewhere in Google or somewhere else to crush them and say how badly they are in fixing computers.
No escorts were your terms.
Began Gascon, with a hint of mischief.
But better safe than sorry, I always say.
What are you suggesting?
Yours truly and 4 chaps behind the walls.
Yeah.
Give us
Alright.
any signal.
Good strategy,
and we'll lead to
man.
the side.
Meve struggled with her conscience. There was no honor in Gascon's plan, but prudence, certainly. Willem arrived soon after, the heavily armored cavalry he had in tow clearly there to boost his courage. He left them at the foot of the bridge and rode across alone. A stiff wind from the river nearly made off with his ermine fur cloak. Willem and the mother who'd borne him stood face to face. They gazed into each other's eyes, waiting to see who would look away first. When neither did, Meve broke the silence.
I should punish this small motherfucker.
Time flies, and I've a kingdom to liberate. No need to drag this out. What's this about? Tell me.
I thought my messenger already did.
Oh, he did. And how? Willem I wishes to arrange a truce. Only, Willem I is in no position to parley on an equal footing. Willem I can, at most, offer his unconditional surrender, because Willem I's losing this war.
Yes, Mother, I am. And I see that by losing I've at last made you content.
Don't play the victim. What next? Will you say you turned cloak because Mummy showed no warmth, displayed no feelings?
'Twould be unfair, any such judgment. You did show feelings, chiefly enmity, contempt. But that's not why I betrayed you. No, I simply disagreed with your choices, assessments.
I had every right to do what I considered just and good.
And I had every right to voice my view, which you ever ignored.
Because you're a fucking child. Shut the fuck, Willem. Really? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Really? It's kind of illegal. I think it's kind of illegal because what the fuck? You paid about $40 just to replace the motherboard and CPU? Man. It's not good. It's really a bad thing. I think we should do something with it.
Yet this is neither the time nor the place to discuss that. Let us parley as strangers. I'm losing, you say. And you're right. But I haven't lost yet. And have no intention to surrender. I am ready, however, to renounce my fealty to the Empire and pledge my forces to you. As long as you fulfill my conditions.
Mm-hmm. Let me hear them.
First, you will not rescind the reforms I've authorized already, any of them. Second, you will guarantee both my safety and that of my advisors. Third, I shall remain your heir, and next in line for the throne.
Yeah, man, really. Pay them a visit. What the fuck they're thinking of themselves. I can accept the terms, but if I would leave, I will say, I accept the terms, and then turn the back on him. Like he did, fucking traitor. I don't need to arrest him.
These terms I cannot accept.
Well, I had to try, Mother.
Yet I can't deny your courage either. Come here. Look me in the eye. This couldn't have been easy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you know, I play like honorable person who speak truth and trying to do my best to be the greater leader here. And to arrest them is like an honorable thing because he was like he he what the fuck, he made it by himself. He like came alone, meet me alone with no other like thieves, killers or assassins in the back. So
I trust when the time comes you'll show the same nerve on the battlefield.
I shall seek out your banner. Let the gods then settle our dispute once and for all. Goodbye, Mother.
I will fucking kill you.
Willem bowed, turned and walked away. Maeve's anger burned still in her gut, beneath a heart now heavy with grief. Soon thereafter, Maeve's army set out towards Rivia Castle. It would not be long now before the decisive battle.
It's already long now, since the beginning of the game, and I think this vast map. Oh. Ah, Prince Willem. Hate this fucker. He was disagree with my decision, with the decision of Leave, and he led the enemy forces invade our land. This is bad king, really bad king. One of the worst.
Your Grace, said Reynard, saluting and clicking his heels.
Peasants from the Scala region have arrived at camp. Supplicants, wishing to deliver a plea to your person.
Maeve sighed. Supplicants, trials, audiences. All aspects of queendom she did not miss.
Very well, bring them here,
She replied.
and instruct them to be brief, with no digressions.
The band of commoners was led by a sturdily built beekeeper dubbed Ethelred, son of Theobald. Finding himself in the Queen's presence, he fell to his knees and waved his arms in his best impression of proper etiquette.
Oh, my lady, the Queen, your gracious mightiness, take pity on us tillers and toilers. Wars all around, leaving us but scraps to live off, and barely that, to be honest. So we beg you, don't do it. Don't raise the levies. We can't pay more than...
What?
Maeve interrupted.
What the devils are you talking about?
What? Your decree? One they nailed to our notice board.
The peasant said, sheepishly pulling out a parchment and pointing to the relevant paragraph with his rough finger.
We, Queen Maeve,
Oh man,
hereby
see ya.
proclaim that if our throne we shall recover, the tallage, muirage, and pavage we shall raise threefold. The expenses of this war for to compensate at the cost of the common folk.
What the fuck?
Maeve and Reynard exchanged astonished glances. They had issued no such decree. Yet the document bore her signature and seal.
Perhaps it was Willem's doing.
Impossible.
Maeve said firmly.
My son sank low, but not so low as to forge my name.
Then who fabricated this decree?
The Nilfgaardians.
The Queen replied without hesitation.
They have access to my seal, to my scribes. They wish to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt, turn my folk against me. And they are liars without any honor.
The Queen tore the falsified document to shreds. Knowing this would solve nothing, she had to find the printers churning out these fakeries and end their run.
Mm-hmm.
Scrubbing duty again? Oh, gods.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Mm.
Of course, as you wish, master.
We'll catch them all!
Hmm.
My boots got sand aplenty in them.
The chase is on!
Alright, alright, alright. Hmm.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
As good as dead, that lot.
Mm.
New orders? No? Ah.
Hmm.
Your humble servant.
Hmm.
Have it the white of an eye from half a league away.
Waiting for a personal invitation.
Easy.
A highly curious case.
Some kind of puzzle. If I only knew that in the last chapter I would get so many resources. Prized by all trolls for their flesh steamers. They are nabbed to their elements and take anything else. Doing work for moments, they pick mushrooms and yep. Every time turns like a sweet bus. Remove one part from each choice if it was Roots and herbs. Okay. Chiboos. Corpses, I think. They are now up to their elbows and corpses can't mistake the smell for anything else. Was being yeah, I think corpses. Yeah. These guys from mushrooms. That was kind of easy.
Oi, Meavy!
Cried Gascon, as usual paying no heed to courtly etiquette.
Come here a minute.
Would it hurt so terribly to occasionally address me by Your Grace or Your Majesty?
Didn't want to be petty, but since you bring it up, you've never once addressed me as the Duke of Dogs.
Meave sighed, rolling her eyes.
Get on with it.
Hi.
My lads jumped one of the Blackclad's transports. Guess what they were hauling?
Gascon handed Meave a pot filled to the brim with a thick, dark fluid.
Paint?
Close. Printer's ink. Same tone used in those phony decrees.
Meave spun on her heel, put a hand to her mouth, and yelled,
Reynard! Send scouts to comb the area!
I think I will end in 20 minutes. Because I need some stuff to do.
Her soldiers returned a few hours later with good news. They were able to find a Nilfgaardian printer's workshop hidden in an abandoned barn. It was guarded by a division of elite infantry.
Right, so?
Gascon thumbed the edge of his blade.
Shall we stop the presses?
Time for the Nilfgaardians to publish a retraction,
spoke the Queen as she drew her sword.
signed with their own blood. Follow me!
The Lyrians did not need to be told twice. Their Queen's honor, her good name, that was a cause well worth fighting for.
I should find who voice acting the Meave. Alrighty then. Alrighty then.
It's her! Yes, you fool her! Sound the alarm! Larum!
75 was 75. There's forever to turn this trip. Whoa, this one have to be stopped, I think.
Discipline, that's what you folk lack.
What the fuck? They all are immune. Almost every unit. Only these two are not. This is kinda bad.
Off to the front yet again.
God damn. Oh, that was a bad move.
Ever have a storm knock out one of your team?
Hey, guy up there!
We got a job to do.
Brach! Scheiß! In! Train!
Whoa.
Off to the front yet again.
It's like, you know, card game like Gwent, if you ever play like Hearthstone or something like this. It's almost the same thing. But I've lost this one. And it's kind of cheating because it gave immune to almost each and every unit. So you can, you know, use your ability to, you know, to target them. It's kind of cheating, I think. Isn't it?
It's her! Yes, you fool her! Sound the alarm! Larum! You mad? Don't shake that! This could hurt.
Go on, Kazel!
Now they don't have immune, I think. What's wrong with it?
Ever have a storm knock out one of your teeth?
Yeah, this 3 doesn't have immune now. But in previous game, this one had. You know, firstly, if I can say so, I like Hearthstone, but now, when there is so huge variety of like card games like Gwent, or maybe even I don't know, Eternal or Hex or Elder Scrolls Legend or Artifact will be, you know, soon. I don't have to play Hearthstone because I don't like how it looks visually. It's kind of cartoonish, and I don't like cartoonish style, you know.
That bit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Yeah, I think this kind of drops going here and there for watching. If you are connected with your GOG Galaxy, I think, account.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
Kill, pop, pop.
God damn.
Scheiß! In zwei! Come here! Let's go!
Oh, wrong card.
Off to the front yet again.
Really? It's funny, yeah? God damn. No, I like cartoonish style, but not in the Hearthstone. God damn, look at this. Look at fucking. Oh, god damn, man. I have to replay this once again. Cheating motherfuckers. Yeah, maybe.
It's her!
But I always prefer more dark and realistic things over, you know, like bright and cartoonish style.
It's her! Yes, you fool her! Sound the alarm! Alarm! This could hurt.
There you go.
Watch your heads!
I need to somehow kill this Braveheart. Guardian Braveheart.
Bigger they are, easier they are to target.
We'll catch 'em all!
Yeah, I know. God damn. And now he's immune? What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
Scheiß im Zwei!
New magic game? The last one, I don't remember the name. It's like Magic Duels, I think.
Off to the front.
Something like this. Yeah, I played and I liked it a lot. I just playing this one because it's have like kind of plot, the story, and I don't like really card games. I get tired of them. A long time ago. God fucking damn, he's immune, what the fuck?
The chase is on!
Duo mode? You mean to play with someone with you, like cooperative? Like you two plays with the other two guys? Something like this? Oh, hi, man. What the fuck? You know, it is an interesting thing. Never thought about this kind of game. Yeah, I think it should be kind of interesting, and I'm always into cooperative games.
Off to the front yet again.
Finally, finally.
They weren't expecting us. Seems they believe their own blarney.
The Nilfgaardians fought fiercely, led by a seasoned covert agent. Seeing he would soon fall into enemy hands, he put a knife to his throat and,
you know,
a quick slash,
we can do this,
over paper and
but
still wet ink. Reynard
in
leapt
the
towards
card
him, trying to
games,
stanch the red tide.
the main thing, I
And the
think,
spy's secrets perished with his last gargled breath.
the main thing is the art. I'm not an artist, really, man. I'm bad at it, badly bad at it. I can't even draw, like fucking circles, like fucking smiles. I'm really bad at this thing. But if you are good, or maybe you know someone who is good, I think we can make it. We can make some kind of card game, interesting, like cooperative card game.
Neve picked up a freshly printed pamphlet.
Even we
The
can
document
make it
listed her
not
many
only on
crimes
PC
and
but
misdeeds,
on all
the
platforms,
true
even
and the
mobiles. I
manufactured
think.
alike. Above the main body of the text, an etching depicted her, well, in a very unflattering manner.
How about a taste of their own medicine?
Asked Gascon, piecing blocks of type into a scathingly foul phrase.
Me and the lads will scratch out a couplet about Epdahi, spread it around the countryside, give the folk a hearty laugh at those tossers' expense.
Yeah, listen, we should try. We really can try this thing, but we should think about how it has to work. Like order when one player plays the card, the other plays the card. The difference between this like sets, the like card sets, or how this calls, I don't remember. Like different heroes in Hearthstone, like different factions in different card games. You have to think about it. And if you can create really great design, I don't think it's really hard to do this. You know, maybe the hardest thing will be the animation of the like card sliding and make it really great, looks great. But let's try. Let's try it. It's gonna be really interesting.
Yes, these presses should be put to good use.
The Queen said.
But printing lewd jests is not it. We must spread facts. Tell what the Nilfgaardians did in Aldersburg, how they tried to murder me in Mahakam and Angren, what fate lies in store for those they conquer.
Gascon grew serious and set the ink-stained type back down.
Get to work. Before the sun sets, I wish to hold the first document in my hands.
You know, man, create some design of some cards. Or maybe you know some great ideas. So, you know, I need to give you my contacts, or maybe you can my Instagram page or somewhere we can, you know, without not to wait the Twitch to show up me or you, just write it down, the ideas of this thing, because it's really kind of interesting. I like the most games I like is like cooperative, when you really can just, you know, when you can play solo, but at the same time, if you want, you just start it cooperatively like immediately. I like
soon in every town, village, and tavern there hung a notice detailing Nilfgaard's crimes. The outraged Rivians did what they could.
Do you have some maybe WhatsApp, Telegram, or
by
maybe
joining her ranks?
Something, I don't know, some messenger?
Nilfgaard left none alive in Rosberg, not even one woman, and no child was spared. Peasants from Edern have been captured and put to work by force. Nilfgaard now prepares the same fate for Rivia and all Rivian. Emperor Emir, peasant Emperor Emir var Emrys is a Fran imposter, a Fran Doppler.
Oh yeah, Discord. I need to find you in the Discord. How can I find you there? And yeah, I have you in Steam, but you know, easily to connect with Discord because I always got Discord with me in my phone. So how can I find you there? I don't even know how. Do I have some kind of account or name or something? Like, I think, yeah, I think have kind of channel there. How to send the link to park user settings? No. Oh yeah, this kind of how to this channel. Man, I don't understand how to create. Oh, instant invite. Alright, alright, alright. Give me a second. I'll go to the Twitch and send him in chat. So yep. Welcome to the chat room. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Oh, god damn it. It's yeah. So wait a second. Okay, alright. Yeah. This is my Discord channel. So just get connected. We just can write the ideas of it, and then I can send you in Discord. I think I can send you the file for maybe mobile application to to test the things I will do with the coding. So for today, I think I have enough of the Thornbreaker, and I will continue tomorrow. So thanks everybody for watching, and Roseanne, we'll see you design soon, I hope. See ya, guys.